Hi and hello and welcome to episode 32 of Going Over. I, of course, am Fred Slow. Alongside me, my co-host, Sally Taylor. And my other co-host is Two Worlds Collide of Two Men On, Van Nunley. Van, welcome to Going Over.
If I'm going to be sandwiched in between two hot dudes, I'm just glad it's you two boys.
Okay,
I'm glad.
You can just Kavanaugh the bleep out of me,
I
boys.
don't like that sentence.
What are you talking about? A little Devil's Triangle action? What are you talking about?
The three of us.
You get a little Parisian with me, a little Eiffel Tower.
We're having our three-way with Sadies.
Daddy's Triton. Yeah.
Because we are at Sadies on 4th for the recording of this one. Not an official partner of Duke City Championship Wrestling, but one of Two Men On, as we just wrapped up our terrestrial daily program. And we know often individuals who enjoy Sadies enjoy pro wrestling, Van.
I am pointing at Sadies right now. There's a huge Venn diagram overlap with on one side is Sadies, and on the other side is everything ever.
Yeah, correct.
Everyone loves Sadies.
I agree. You know, one of my favorite things about Sadies is
The food, the people, the fellowship, the
all of
taste,
it. Yeah,
the
yeah.
location, the atmosphere, the margs.
It's total, man.
It's
yeah,
the best.
It's
It's
total.
Not at all. Okay, first off, before you guys jump into your lubed up man slamming
All right.
show here,
Yep.
Go on.
which I'm excited to be on.
Go
Thanks for
on.
the invite.
Yep.
Why is your intro so much nicer on this program than ours?
It's
That's like it's like this is something you actually care about.
internet.
You give it an 11 out of 10 effort on Going Over,
Yeah.
and then Two Men On, you just dial it in. Just forget it.
Well, they're different programs,
Just
right?
solid 6. But here you're an 11. This is. I'm embarrassed to be here.
The other day, I'm out doing some professional calls for the Two Men On radio show, and one of the reps I'm meeting with for this company, they say, "Hey, you do that weekend show too, right? Like Going Over." I'm like, "Yeah, going with." He goes, "Yeah, with Sally Taylor." And I go, "Yeah, Sally Taylor." He goes, "Yeah, that's why I listen because it's Sally." And I go, "What?
You're
I'm
welcome.
the famous
Nice.
one.
Okay.
It's me." And they go, "Yeah, Saleh, and not to put your business out there, but Saleh volunteers at this kid's music thing or whatever, helps direct him or whatever, and his kid loves him and this and that." And I'm like, yeah, he's a good guy. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, I mean, the Albuquerque and surrounding area community, people who love Duke City Championship Wrestling, they know Saleh from before all of this as a nice, genuinely good human being.
Maybe.
And there's Fred on the other hand.
Well, Fred gets around. Fred gets business done.
Well, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And Saleh just does things. Just shows up and gets told what to do.
Speaking of
So.
business done, 1 week from the terrestrial airing of this program is May the 25th. And that is the birthday bash for Duke City Championship Wrestling with our official birthday sponsor, Cool Springs.
Cool
Nice.
Springs.
5205 San Mateo Boulevard Northeast. You can go check out Cool Springs Trampoline Park, fam, because it's fun, family, and fitness. If you haven't been in, super cool spot, million trampolines. They got that cool climbing wall, the laser tag stuff, the ninja course stuff, the arcade, the little kids' birthday area. The whole thing is a thing. Open 7 days a week, noon to 8. I think Saturdays they open at 10, though. So go check they out. Also, they'll be sending their mascot out for our big birthday celebration. I believe his name is Lippy. That might not be correct. It's like a frog.
Aw.
Wait, frogs.
Frogs are jumpy and bouncy. That makes total sense.
I just hear frogs just talking back to me all the time. That's why I thought I called Lippy.
It's a
That's a
rainbow
great
connection.
place to have a kid's birthday party.
Yeah.
Great place. Just go maybe on like a fun double date. Like you got like you and your friend have their friends.
Yeah.
A cool place to go.
And you take your two favorite EMTs with you
Yeah.
because we're all old.
And it's not a good place to sneak in minis of Jameson.
No.
And I know that because reasons.
Reasons is a good one of my favorite Earth, Wind, and Fire songs. And another reason why you got to abide by the rules, baby.
Cool Springs with a Z, coolsprings.com. Check they out, 505-345-JUMP. That's the phone number.
Jump.
It's a good phone song.
Great song.
Great phone number.
And a great song.
Yeah.
Great song.
Also, I think we were talking about this before, in the ownership group with Cool Springs is a friend of ours and friend of Two Men On and now Going Over one, Rob Portnoy, voice of the Lobos. He and his wife Tammy make that thing go around. So big thank you to they for being the official sponsor of the Birthday Bash Cool Springs.
Love me some Rob Portnoy and the Portnoy family. Lovely people.
Yeah, he's the best.
Class of Albuquerque.
The last little plug for them, because this is real.
Please.
They do like as low as like a handful of kids for birthday parties, all the way up to like 20-ish kids for birthday parties. All super reasonable. Like do that if you're looking for like a fun way to not worry about your birthday parties. So there you go.
That is good to know.
All right.
What about a Samoan guy just wants to hang out and just just hang out?
Just one of you by yourself?
Yeah, theoretically, hypothetically, you're asking about other two other Samoans.
The Rio Rancho Event Center called me the other day.
Yeah,
and we're going to go there in August for a big event for Duke City Championship Wrestling, and they said, "Hey, how do you feel about slam ball?" And because they're, I guess, bringing in slam ball, the trampoline basketball. And the first guy who came to my mind is who would want to get out there on the court is you, Saleh.
Yes.
There's no doubt in my mind that you would be the guy that we could film attempting slam ball.
Yes, and you're telling me I have till August to figure this out how to get there. Yeah, man.
Well, there's no way they have security on that thing night and day, right? Like you would assume they set it up the night before.
More than likely, I'll be the security. So I got to make sure that it's secure, man.
It's an inside job.
It just feels right, But Samoan Slam Ball, first and last night of that. It's gonna be great, man.
Yes, last night of it. The 25th is our birthday bash. That's at the historic El Rey Theater, dccwtickets.com. Keep in mind, if you purchase a ticket to Duke City Championship Wrestling, I am in the ownership group for that, and that puts money into my pocket. More tickets have been sold for this one than any other one we have done. So very excited about that. There's a year into the game now. People have, I think, come to an expectation. Boys, you've been to every event. Sally, you less than Van, but Van, you've been to every event. Obviously, I've been to every event. And there's an expectation of fun at these things, and we just keep rising the bar, and we're doing that with tremendous women's wrestling at the next one. And Helica Risk and Eliza Hayes for the Nightmare Factory Women's Championship. That is the belt that Cody and, what's old boy's name?
Cody Rhodes, man, they're from the Nightmare Factory, baby.
So that's the one they created.
Yeah.
Which is a big QT Marshall. That's the other cat.
Yeah.
So they created that over in Atlanta, and Helica Risk is owning it. Another example of our promotion being seen on a national scale, as she will face Duke City Championship Wrestling regular Eliza Hayes. Van, we somehow end up throwing you in every women's match that we broadcast. How excited are you to broadcast the next women's match on Duke City Championship Wrestling?
Sign me up for another one, please, and thank you. It's my highlight of the night. Anything that's not Hobo Hank. If the lovely ladies of Duke City Championship Wrestling is there, I'm in 100%, has 100% of my focus, and I'm going to bring that energy again on the mic. Sign me up. Before we go any further, real quick.
Why wouldn't we wait for you?
Well, I'm just going to make this all about me, obviously,
Feels
which
right.
I'm doing the opposite. I'm making it about you guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations on 1 year.
Yeah, thank you.
That is friggin' huge, boys.
Yeah, it's a big deal. A lot of people lost bets. I was saying this. There were a lot of detractors that had this idea that it might not be a thing. And what was interesting about those detractors, we talked about this on the program a little bit, is they were all kind of industry-related people, which was wild to me. There was a fan group calling for it. There was the world of entertainment that you and I live in with TV and radio and print, where everyone was very excited about it, including we had some fun newspaper articles coming out about us for 1 year. We got some TV stuff going on, opportunity greater than what it's ever been. But there were individuals on the inside looking out that said, pro wrestling, Albuquerque's not a wrestling town. It's not going to make it historically.
Actually,
You may not know this, but not since the time of Ricky Romero has Albuquerque had a presence on a national scene. And, Ricky and his Hispanic fan base is the only reason that pro wrestling had any even small grasp on. You know what we did? We took a different approach. We took a much different approach, and it's been tremendous. And here we are 1 year in. And we're going to run with this thing and celebrate it for the longest. And it's not just a wrestling show on the 25th. It's a whole birthday party. We have a host. Sure. We have a birthday party host. We have an official birthday sponsor. There'll be mascots in attendance. The vendor booths lined up galore for this one. The city of Albuquerque is coming out. We partnered with them and all their youth and community centers to give access to some kids that haven't had access before. We partnered with a really fun I don't want to spill anything. It's called All For Us. And what it is, it's an organization that works with adults with developmental disabilities and traumatic brain injuries. And they're bringing out a group of individuals to celebrate with us. We have special messages from individuals that can't be there but want to be there. I know, and we need to talk to you. Please reach out to Jacob. But I know, like, Chris Burnett can't be in attendance, but, he's sending a heartfelt message. I know there's a bunch of individuals, like, it's going to be a nonstop explosion of fun, and it's going to be a birthday party. Please hang out afterwards. We're going to get real drunk at Inside Out.
You're turning 1 in normal human calendar years. How old is Duke City Championship Wrestling in wrestling years? Is this like a dog year conversion? I see all the work that goes into it. You guys are way older than 1.
God, dude.
That's a great question.
Well, we've done, in the course of the 11 months we've existed, we've done 13 licensed shows.
And we're not counting the 20 other ones.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah, you got to pay extra for those.
Yeah. Well, and, there's like different, because everyone runs in a different role, right? And like, I'll use Saleh as an example. Saleh performs in the ring. Saleh's on the broadcast. Saleh does the social media outside of it. Saleh can't, by any means, be a part. Well, he could. I mean, I'm not trying to say he can't do it. But, like, Saleh, doesn't have to handle the promoter stuff. He doesn't have to handle the finance stuff. He doesn't have to handle here's the thing. We just did a handshake deal for the state fair. This has not been announced yet.
Congratulations.
11 straight days of pro wrestling at the state fair. Let's go. We're to the point. We're going to go back down to Las Cruces. The city of Taos reached out to us about our upcoming summer dates. Like, there's so much going on that the sole focus is the El Rey. The sole focus is the TV show and the opportunity coming. But it does feel like a lifetime in 1 year, man. It's been, an obsession. It's been an obsession.
I can only imagine another great song. The stress, the stress load that y'all carry, because after a big decision, you will then send us out a text like, hey, by the way, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. Or we'll follow with another text. Okay, switching, audible, blah, 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 blah. But I know that so many decisions have to be made before you even send out a text. You even think about sending out a text to us, letting us know, all right, this is the move we're going to make, or these are the things we're considering. And see you guys tomorrow, whatever. You know?
Well, there's all kinds of aspects to pro wrestling, man. And great question that we can kind of dive down a little bit.
Sure.
Where there's a world of it that I didn't know. I'm real good at throwing a party. I can throw a really good party, and a lot of people come to it. It'd be a lot of fun. But just this past weekend, right? So just this past weekend, we got our first social media bomb thing. So we're doing our live chat here. Jeff the Ref says, what happened to the last real show? I really wanted to watch the rest of it. Well, here's what happened. We got social media barraged. So there were individuals on the internet that started reporting all the social media product. They started reporting personal social media products. And we had to deal with all this Facebook, Instagram, your accounts are suspended, reported for sexual, reported for violent, reported for nudity.
Flagged.
Yeah, we got
flagged.
What is that called, Ben? You know what I'm talking about?
Nudity? Me,
my shirt was on still, sir.
Yeah.
Me almost every show I'm on?
Correct.
Yeah.
And there's
by the way, I had it down for the 25-minute mark. I'm going to cross that out.
What was that?
I'm not getting naked this time.
Smart. Thank you.
Thank you.
But that's been a part of the industry I wasn't prepared for. I didn't realize how weird individuals that were passionate about this industry would get.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've been time of recording is Thursday, the whatever this is, the 16th. I've spent the last 4 days up until literally today when I was talking to Van this morning on trying to unlock our social media accounts because they were frozen shut from a spamming of false reports or whatever.
Sure.
Sorry, I heard spam.
Yeah.
I'm back in now.
Yeah. And
I mean, the wise Mahatma Gandhi once said, if you ain't got haters, you ain't doing it right, biatch.
Is that the translation?
That's a direct quote.
I heard Mahatma Gandhi also said, if you ain't getting spammed, you ain't doing nothing worth being done.
You can't have spam without the ham, baby.
Yeah, man. Well said.
There's no H in spam.
Well, it's made out of ham.
It's not kosher.
It was previous ham. At one time, it was just regular ham, and then they added some spices.
Yeah, it's not kosher at all.
And some science.
Gelatin.
I think it's not blessed at all. I think it's not blessed.
It's neither kosher nor halal or anything.
None of those things.
Yeah.
It's Islander now.
Hey, passes USDA standards though. Let's go.
If pro wrestling was a food, it is spam.
Well,
It
Oh,
is
no doubt.
just every
Yeah.
aspect of
Just covered in cheese whiz.
I'm with it. I need that in my
Yeah.
life. I'm ready. I'm hungry.
it's because Sally's like, well, I made sticky rice with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eggs.
It's gotta be good.
Mm-hmm.
It is protein with whatever spam is.
The
I got a good musubi at the gas station.
Bro.
that's where the best musubi is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're on an island.
And also the McDonald's in Napa Beach. They had the best percentage too, man.
Sweet.
Hey, when Van and I went to Hawaii, I got spam at the McDonald's by the
Yep.
the Enterprise Rent a Center or whatever. I was picking up the car and whatever the Hawaiian time, right? Like it's not like they were at the
No.
car at the Enterprise on
No,
time.
they're cruising, bro.
I never had such good spam my entire life that
So
I had at
good,
the
man.
McDonald's. Like
Mm-hmm.
you put it on a McMuffin or whatever. It wasn't. It's the bagel one or whatever they have.
Wow, it's so
Yeah.
good. Even spam eggs and rice at McDonald's in Hawaii, man. Yeah,
Heck of
I'm
good.
homesick now.
Let's
Okay.
step away so we can come back. We'll talk a little bit more about the birthday bash as it is right around the corner 1 week from the time of this broadcast. Also, some big announcements about it. So we'll go into those at length. It is going over. We'll be back after this with those updates on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Going Over. I'm Fred Slow, Sally Taylor here. Special guest, my co-host of 2 Men On, Van Nunley. Van, welcome.
Oh, hey, boys. It's good to be here.
Hello.
It's good to be here with a little icy, frosty oat soda, too.
At the Sadies on 4th,
Mhm.
where we're recording this episode of Going Over. Birthday bash right around the corner. We're excited for it. We got a showcase to start the thing. Prime Wrestling has come in. I think everyone in town is kind of familiar with what they do with their training. They're going to do 3 matches starting at 5:30. So doors at 5. Prime Showcase 5:30. Special tickets available for that if you're interested in that. That's at dccwtickets.com. They're going to let some of their guys go out in front of the full audience. They're going to have the whole production that we traditionally do. So we're really excited about that. They're going to do really, really well. So that'll be awesome. Little 30-minute break where we've cut up a really fun video of the last year of Duke City Championship Wrestling, kind of recapping the year. And it's a Sarah McLachlan kind of I will remember you. And it's just Jacob Fatu screaming the F word at Obo Hank.
Okay.
And then,
And Fred's reaction to that on camera.
I did not. That was not for me.
Some children got to learn some new stuff that day, if you want to look at it a glass half full kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You live and you learn. The more you know.
Well, like super inside baseball, right? So we have often like sponsors or potential sponsors in attendance. And that day we had our rep from the Isotopes there because we're talking about doing pro wrestling with the Isotopes and the New Mexico United for some stuff. And no names on this program, but she comes up to me afterwards. She goes, I thought you said family friendly.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Whoopsie.
So, yeah,
Wrong one.
yeah, these guys go off script sometimes.
Depends
And
on the
then,
family.
yeah, and then long story short, Jacob will never be
It's
back.
your family, Saleh. What are you talking about?
I'm so proud of him still.
Yeah.
WWE superstar and Bard from Duke City Championship Wrestling, Jacob too. So we got this fun recap video of the last year. So if you're there for the showcase and maybe you're not necessarily familiar with our product, you're going to be familiar by the time the show starts. Roll in before 7 o'clock. First bell at 7. We got a really fun national anthem. Leah Black is going to sing the national anthem for
Talented lady.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
she's gonna be awesome with that. See if we can get her to bring TK with her. That'd be super sweet.
Sweet.
And then we're into the show, and we'll start the show off with a really fun battle royal, and that's going to be for the Route 66 championship. So we'll do our battle royal.
We're starting in no long tournament. We're going for okay.
Yeah, we're going to throw everyone in the ring and see who comes out on top on that. I know, Saleh, you're going to be involved in that too. I don't know if you know that. But the idea is anyone who can compete will compete, and we'll put them in there to try to win that belt. And if the showcase guys show off, shoot, maybe I'll throw them in there too. Maybe someone's trying to like Cool Springs, make that leap to the main roster. And if they do, we will definitely have a new champion on the 25th, the inaugural Route 66 champion.
I mean, are you dropping this information right now, or has there been a bleed here? Because please let me apologize for my ignorance. I didn't know there was a new belt coming on the 1-year anniversary. This is wild.
Yeah, you were drinking last show.
Oh, yeah.
There's that part too. Yeah.
Naked.
That's good.
25-minute mark too. Yeah.
They also were introducing our All Fast MVD match, which is going to be really great. Also, if you have to get any of your motor vehicle department stuff handled, head over to All Fast. They got 2 locations. They're both about equidistant from the El Rey, so you can get the one over there by your house, Van, right off of
Broadway and Cesar Chavez.
right about there.
Yeah.
And then you can go just northeast or northwest a little bit, and you can find their other location. But the All Fast.
Also, I think there's one in my neighborhood at a church.
There is. Yeah.
I might be wrong.
That's very correct.
Yeah, that one's sweet. I'm going to that one.
That's the one I went to.
Yeah.
It's super sweet.
Van going to church. That's the only reason why. Okay, I'm with it, man.
So
Proud of you.
Our All Fast
Holy man.
Our All Fast MVD match has a really cool, like, I don't know what word do I want to say, rule to where the match has to finish in under 5 minutes.
Okay, I like that a lot.
It's all fast.
It's all fast.
So that's the stipulation of this match.
Yeah.
You're aiming for speed, or you're aiming for efficiency.
Yeah.
Like you want to see these guys go at it
Well,
as efficient as possible.
And, unbeknownst to me, at our last event, Tyler Copeland had sent in a video challenging Turbo Tony.
Yeah, he did.
That wasn't approved by me. So what does Tyler Copeland do when he wrestles? Well, he tries to stay outside the ring, and he tries to showboat it, and he's got a real slow pace, and he sucks. So I thought, well, you know what we could do to make this thing more evensies? We'll make him go in an all-fast match against Turbo Tony, whose name is Turbo. Like,
someone's good at this.
yes.
I've never connected that. I thought it was just like a family name that you put up in front.
Okay, that's
Okay.
so stupid.
Turbo Tony of the Albuquerque Turbos. Yeah, man.
Of course.
I've always,
Portuguese descent.
yeah, Portuguese.
Yeah.
Turbo. That's more Italian now.
Okay. That's not that
Yeah,
far.
we're
Tudo bem.
Not
Mediterranean
that
adjacent.
sure.
Tudo
Yeah.
bem. Tudo bem.
So these two cats are going to go against each other, which is going to be wild because they've never gone against each other. So get excited for really good pro wrestling and our debut All Fast MVD match, which we'll be doing moving forward at every single event.
So we're going Battle Royale first.
Yeah.
And then we're going all fast, huh?
Well, I can't tell you the exact order. I'm telling you what's happening
Or that's what to be expected
Yes.
within the
Yeah.
show.
within the show.
And then I saw that this was announced. We have the ladies. We have a ladies. Angelica Risk, is it?
Yeah, that's very correct.
Who's going to
So-
be throwing her title down, baby?
Yeah,
On
the
line.
Nightmare Factory Women's Championship on the line. It's a best 2 out of 3 falls match, best of 3 against Eliza Hayes. They're very good at wrestling.
Yeah.
And for her to put her title on the line, we talked about the Nightmare Factory in the opening segment. This is Cody Rhodes' school. This is the WWE Champion School. The lady, Angelica Risk, Albuquerque native, is the champion of the school ran by Cody Rhodes. She is here defending her title against Eliza Hayes. I don't know if there's a bigger platform for Duke City Championship Wrestling than this. The amount of eyes of pro wrestling that's going to be on Duke City Championship Wrestling is very dang high.
To my recollection, if
Yeah.
you are if you're the champion of that, if you're the holder of that championship
Yeah.
belt, every time you work, you have to put the belt on the
That's
line.
my understanding.
That's a
Yeah.
fighter's championship belt. So, and Angelica, wherever she's going, wherever she's booked, even if she's in the plane on the bus or wherever, if there's an official around, that belt's on the line.
Yes, should be very good. Should be very good. We had another debut though at this upcoming one band. Mickey Knuckles is coming to town. Mickey
What?
Knuckles. Yes,
That's my guy already.
it's a gal.
That is
The gal.
that is my gal already. Irish descent.
Sure, yeah.
yeah, one would assume
Yeah.
she's a brawler. I think a lot of people would say that.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
knuckles.
That is a understatement.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
often when she's up, like people are like ladies' night. This one is more like just fighty night. This
Yeah.
is fighty night. When she's around, she will face off against Chewy Martinez
What?
in our first intergender match.
That's so progressive of you guys.
Well, we're trying.
On your birthday.
We're trying. Not announced yet, but it's coming out tomorrow. And what they are going to do is they are going to battle in a birthday toy match. So what it is birthday presents brought by the Duke City Championship Wrestling audience, the fan base. So bring your own present,
Okay.
throw it into the ring for Duke City Championship Wrestling on their birthday, and watch these two competitors battle. Also, Duke City Toys has provided multiple toy chests for both corners of the ring, so that these individuals will have access to all the finest implements of destruction in the toy world.
I love this so much. I can't wait to see and especially meet Mickey.
Yes,
Um,
she's a bad gal.
Okay.
She's been in the business for quite some time.
Redhead. We got a ginger here.
I'm going to give you a picture.
Sometimes,
thank you very much.
her she ends her match as a redhead. Sometimes.
Okay. Oh.
She is someone to be a force to be reckoned with, to say the least. We're really excited to have her.
Okay, I'm in.
This is amazing news.
I guess I could have put it
A
on the
little
live
funky,
stream.
spunky, punky kind of action
Yeah,
going
but
on there. I like that.
Yeah, but that's a bad gal, and she's going to fight Chewy Martinez, who, for whatever reason, can't find a traditional non-stipulation wrestling match in Duke City Championship Wrestling. He's always in something weird.
Well, when you're hailing from the mountains of Amarillo, you can just do whatever you want, and you use whatever you want. And Chewy Martinez and Mickey Knuckles 1-on-1. I can't wait to call that match.
Yeah,
if I'm
of sane mind.
Yes,
you lose yourself on show day.
Man. I don't know who you're talking to sometimes. I don't know who I'm talking to sometimes. So it's a cool thing when I punch in because I don't know which one I'm punching in with. So
I will look over at you during like a pro wrestling show, and I know you're Saleh Taylor, my friend, but you're also like the Samoan Nightmare, and I hate your guts.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh man, I'm grateful to be hated in such a beautiful, worthless town. Sometimes it's really great, man.
Are we getting some like media coverage on this groundbreaking match here, the intergender battle? Like, because this is newsworthy.
So the announcement.
This is 2024. Like, this is the pinnacle of the progressive vibes we're going for as a country/world.
And they're going to beat up each other with Legos.
Yeah.
So it should be sweet. You know what I mean? Like, in the announcement at the time of this recording, it comes out tomorrow. So by the time you listen terrestrially, it's been out for a day. And I would imagine that social media will be a buzz with this.
Buzz.
And like I said, it's not necessarily that the show needs help with ticket sales. It's not that. It's that maybe we can get an individual who's excited about something a little different. You know? And and as far as birthing this idea, this wasn't me. This was Duke City Championship Wrestling ownership going, hey, there's a talent out there on the free agent market, Mickey Knuckles, who wants to come to town in the style of wrestling that she does. Like, who can match her in that? The answer is Chewy Martinez. He just lost part of his hair to Turbo Tony in a hair versus career match. He'd been battling for some months. And I believe they're both performing the night before in Amarillo too. So it's back-to-back bangers.
Is Chewy about to be Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker's favorite wrestler? Is that what we're doing?
Because he's going to
beat up a woman?
Yes.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
He's not going to beat up a woman. He's going to fight a woman.
And throw her out of the ring right into the kitchen.
If there's ever a woman to throw down with and who could throw back, it's Mickey Knuckles, man. It's going to be great. I can't wait for that. Speaking of the night before, this is news to you, man. I'm also going to be in Amarillo the night before.
I knew that, yeah.
So it's going to be great. I'm really grateful for Outcast Extreme Wrestling, OXW. So I'm having I'm going to spend a little night out there and have some fun and burn the rubbers, burn the tires. I don't know how to say that anymore. It's been a while.
I don't know if you know how to travel without me buying you a hotel. So this is very exciting.
I don't. Mm-hmm. I've been spoiled by my acting world too, where like all that's just taken care of. I walk in and like, oh, by the way, your room's ready, Mr. Taylor. I'm like, oh, thank you. You may call me Daddy. Thank you.
Now let's burn some rubbers in here.
There we go. Let's burn some rubbers and light some tires. Yes.
Is this at the WrestlePlex out there?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been yet. I've only heard good things. So that I can take, because Amarillo for so many years, Van, was kind of like the most west that wrestling was, and then there was California. So it was all these individuals that became famed in Texas. Obviously, the Funks are the big name from Amarillo, but it was that spot where individuals that wanted to go east to wrestle, they would stop in Amarillo first, and then they would prove themselves there. And individuals coming east to go west to wrestle, that was their last stop before they headed west. It was such a important part of wrestling history, and it's been continued on now for a lot of years. Their formula with their WrestlePlex out there is one that I would easily try to recreate here in Albuquerque. If there was a strip mall where we could do, the combat sports mall on 3rd or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if we could do like an MMA or a UFC or a boxing or pro wrestling or a combination of all those things into one complex, I would be ecstatic to create something to sell season tickets to the way that the WrestlePlex out there exists.
The things that they're doing out there, I love the whole expect the unexpected, and I'm just so happy to go and just watch because I'm excited to see what they're doing out there and just take in. I got to start supporting more of the shows that's surrounding us.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you might see me in Colorado, but I would love to go. Even in Phoenix, they got PCW is doing their thing out there. I would love to go support any of the shows, just playing any of the shows that are just going and working. But I'm excited to go and just watch and just support our friends out there that are doing some great stuff. That's been doing some stuff for a while too.
Well, that's nice. You guys are saying such nice things about Amarillo. Me, for one, I hope they fall into a fracking hole. That place is a desolate hellscape of depression and sadness, and I'm glad something cool is going on there. So good for you guys. You got wrestling.
Sometimes that's all you got. Sometimes that's all you got.
If you got wrestling, your area is doing pretty good.
Actually, yeah, you ain't lying there.
Well,
man.
and you were talking a little bit about Steel City Championship Wrestling in Pueblo as well. June 1st, they have a big event. I know they invited us to come up.
Oh,
yeah,
the Amarillo of Colorado.
It's just not untrue. Where Saleh and I were extended an offer to sit on a pre-show panel and talk about a lot of the New Mexico talent that's coming up there. So we'll see. But it is official. Our champion Thunder will be in Pueblo, Colorado, Saturday, June 1st to destroy all of their roster. And although I'm not a fan of him here in Duke City Championship Wrestling, I'm a fan of Duke City Championship Wrestling going elsewhere and whooping up on dudes.
Yeah, he could destroy the rest of the city too, and you wouldn't notice.
I see what you're saying.
Good thing there's some wrestlers left to knock over.
It does suck. It does suck. So there we go.
Yeah.
Whenever we step back from it, we continue down the card, including a couple big matchups that are worth mentioning to all others. Don't forget, tickets available at dccwtickets.com. You can also catch up on everything at watchdccw.com. And then finally, if you don't have your merch, shop dccw.com. You're listening to Going Over on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Going Over. I, of course, am Fred Slow, alongside me, Saleh Taylor, and my two-men on broadcast partner, my business partner, my best friend, and the guy you don't want at your party, Van Nunley. Van, welcome.
Hey, a lot of that was true. It's good to be here, boys. I've been talking some lubed-up man slamming with you guys so much.
Go on.
I've been neglecting my beer that I got here at beautiful Sadies on 4th
feel
Street.
free. Yeah, we'll wait.
Hold
Feel
on
free.
1 second. You guys
Yeah,
go
we're in
ahead.
no hurry.
You guys go ahead.
Give us some ASMR.
Yeah, it's just radio.
You know, that feels right.
Speaking of Steel City and Pueblo, Colorado, the Livest Mexplex will battle Tommy Test at the Birthday Bash on May the 25th. As Tommy Test and Mexplex ended it was a little dusty at the end there, their last matchup. Mexplex took some liberties with Tommy Test after a beatdown in a three-way with Chris Watson. Tommy Test, unfortunately, took a little hurt from that. Took a little hurt. And the only way to answer hurt is with more hurt, and we'll do that in the ring as these two will face off. What are you expecting to see, Saleh, with the Livest Mexplex and Tommy Test?
Someone gonna get the butt whoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can't wait to see whom. And it's going to be great. This it's going to be a slobber knocker.
Yeah. Yeah. These
and both of them I don't really care for much for.
They're both weird
but they're going to be
dudes.
great to watch on this one.
I tell you, Tommy in person at the house, got a big fan base that follows him around, does a really good job. The Livest Mexplex doesn't necessarily have that in the house. He does as much as Tommy receives the cheers, Mexplex receives the jeers.
What's crazy about this, though?
Yeah.
In
juxtaposition.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man. You hear two scoops all the time, but you see a lot of the Livest Mexplex's LED gear throughout the crowd as well.
That's a good point.
So you see,
the flea market that he brings with him does very well.
Yeah.
I know this for a little bit because I know the numbers. I know as far as non-T-shirt apparel goes, the Livus Mexplex moves the most merchandise. It's not even close.
He
As far
sure
as
is well,
T-shirt
man.
apparel goes, Tommy Two Scoops moves the most merchandise. But also, to be fair, he's got like 24 different T-shirts. So it's real easy for him to move the most T-shirts. But it's, two fan bases that are going to really collide against each other. And these two dudes, because I don't know if they live on social media, but I've never seen two dudes chirp at each other so much in the 30 days that aren't the day of pro wrestling. So to get these guys to be able to face off against each other is going to be a real highlight one for the night.
Tommy Testa takes his training very seriously. He's going to want to show off all the things that he learned. But then you got the Livus Mexplex, who travels, who hits the road hard, and he's more than willing to get down and dirty. And then you got Jay Sizzle right there with him, saying all the things that need to be said for him. And as the Livus Mexplex, I'm trying to follow through with the checks that Jay Sizzle's cashing writing for him. Actually, two of them. It's going to be a fight.
It'll be very good.
It's going to be a fight.
So watch them to wrestle really well. Van, I imagine we'll put that one later in the card because it's kind of a big deal. You'll be 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, definitely by then, for sure.
Do you have a partner in mind of just holding you up straight?
Well, there's a lot of nice poles that hold up the area. I'll have a lot of friends there, maybe some family there, a lot of friends of the show. I mean, Duke City Championship Wrestling fan is just always up to 11 when they're at the El Rey Theater, and they turn it up to 11 with me at the back bar. Of course, by the way, I will accept your drinks, Duke City Championship Wrestling fans. Tall ranch water, extra lime.
What is that?
My drink? It's delicious, is what it is.
It's only okay.
So you're putting Tommy and Mexplex later in the show.
The Livus.
Is that because Mexplex is going to put up his Cyberpunk Juarez championship belt up for grabs? Is that why?
If he wants to.
His Tron-Kila belt.
Tron-Kila. If he wants to, man.
He's every stereotype.
I love him so much. He's so much fun.
The main event is the main event. Thunder, the champion, will team with Charlie Phippie as Lamiga returns to Duke City Championship Wrestling. You know that means Veronica Vega will be there. You know that means El Diablo Blanco will be there. I don't believe Chris Watson will let El Diablo Blanco come to town without asking him why he's in the ring. Expect those two to face off. It should be a little bit of a throwback for the fans who've been with us for some time because Lamiga has been gone for all of the 2024 season. Their last appearance was right before year's end. Oh my gosh, man, I'm getting there. Every person that we books other places, and every one that we work with works everywhere. So we will never hold it against you from getting booked anywhere else. We will never hold that against you.
Sure.
La Migra is busy because they're in high demand, because they're dope, because they're good, because they represent Texas. And Texas is pretty big. I don't know if you've been around Texas, man.
Yeah, not small.
They represent Texas really well, man.
Yeah.
They harness that Texas strong style. So I'm really excited to see La Migra back here, especially the first time in 2024.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful, baby.
Well, and, the Birthday Bash show, Van, and we're coming near the end of it, so we'll have to be relatively quick here. It's a lot of what, to me, feels like long storylines coming to an end. There's a lot of payoffs here. There's a lot of individuals that for a long time have had issue with each other, and also the birth of some new ones, and with our new, workings with NWA and with some of the new partnerships we have, right? We don't necessarily know who's going to be here every week,
right?
Or every month. The live chat here is asking about when is Sid Luciano going to come back. That's Sid the Kid, who performed with us for some time. Sid's been wrestling elsewhere. Sid's doing a really good job professionally elsewhere. But the answer, and I think this is kind of the answer in all pro wrestling, there's never a never. There's always when it's the right fit for all the parties involved. And that's the answer. So this one here is going to be the best birthday show I think we could have done on our first birthday. We do have a host for the birthday party night, which is going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to do all the traditional birthday things. Like I said, Cool Springs is out. They have their mascot to celebrate with us.
Lippy!
We have a host for the birthday party, so we're excited to announce them. Like I said, with the national anthem and Leah Black, we're kicking it off with one of the best ways it can be kicked off here in town because she's as good as anyone in the world at performing that very important song. We'll have tag team wrestling as well. Also, the question is what's going to happen with Homie. Homie is is still kind of floating out there as one of the weirdest storylines in pro wrestling.
What is going on with homie, man?
It's just too much. It's too much fun, you know? Like, I want, what's the best way to say this? I want at the end of the night to people not just say this was a really good wrestling show. I want to say it was a really good birthday party. You know, like Howdy Cakes is making us a cake.
Aw. Oh, howdy.
Like yes.
Are we trying the Howdy Cake together again on on air?
Oh, Lady in the Trampet?
Yeah, from one side of the cake to the other. Is it? Are we Pac-Manning it?
Ooh.
Are we hungry hippoing the cake? You and I? Is that what's going on?
You want to use more descriptors?
No, I'm pretty sure they're getting it right now. I'm pretty sure they're picking up the symbolism of the thing.
Pretty sure Dan Mayfield will be there, so there's that.
Dan Mayfield. Can't wait.
Terrible Howdy.
Terrible Howdy.
It's my favorite pro wrestler.
It's my best friend.
The June show we will announce at the May show. It's a very quick turnaround for the summer. I'm going to say that. So,
wow.
Yeah, we got some big ones going on. We do currently have the Rio Rancho Event Center on the schedule upcoming, so we have a big idea for that. So stay tuned for that. Also, the aforementioned, we have a verbal for the state fair, so we're working on contract signing now. So we don't normally spoil that kind of stuff, but I'm so confident in it.
Watch your back, goats. Wrestlers are coming.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, the International Folk Art Museum, we just signed a deal with to perform at they're doing like a Luchador Fest in September. So we'll go up there and do some stuff with them as they celebrate Hispanic wrestling historically. So that'll be a really fun experience as well.
Beautiful.
So a lot going on, including the guys over at Prime Wrestling Club doing their showcase. Sully, you've been around pro wrestling your whole life. Have you seen as good of a 1 year or a birthday celebration at least plan in any other organization you've been around? The execution could be terrible.
It is. It's a very loaded question. There's very different levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
For our level and for what we're doing, what we're able to work with. Yeah, man, this is insane. Actually, this is very. This is very ambitious. Actually, as is every show that we put on. I'm excited to be part of it. I'm honored to be part of anything and everything that DCCW does. But this is a very ambitious birthday party / wrestling show. You want a birthday party / wrestling show? You want a wrestling show / birthday party?
It's very teenage girl of you guys too, taking a whole month to celebrate your birthday.
Well, yeah.
There's one official party, but you guys won't shut up about it all month.
Thank you. It's worth celebrating, man. As we're getting ready to celebrate 1 year, that's actually 2 years more than what a lot of people were thinking that this would last.
Yeah.
So, kudos to y'all, man, to the owners group. And to every single performer, every single professional wrestler, and every single person in the crew, man.
Like you said, it's a resurgence now. With Phase 1 Pro Wrestling, also, they just started up some months ago now, in a handful of the wrestling schools in the not just the Albuquerque area, but the entire state doing well. We took wrestling to Clovis. We took wrestling all the way down to Las Cruces. I know we have plans to go a little bit west as well. Yeah, it's a little bit of a renaissance, so it's been fun. And
we even have a bit of our own wrestling school. We even have our own DCCW wrestling school.
Yeah, a bunch of guys are learning. We were talking about Johnny Manga, who made his debut last month, and and he learned from some of our guys, and that's tremendous. And with the monthly product, you're able to just tell a lot of stories, simultaneously, and how individuals get there, and awesome. So very proud of that. So very proud of everyone to getting us to this point. But boys, we got to wrap it up. Van, thank you for sitting in with us on Going Over.
Thank you, Van.
Happy birthday, Duke City Championship Wrestling, and thanks for having me, boys.
Van, you were here before Duke City
I didn't have a choice. I'm here against my will. There's a lot of things I'd rather be doing, but here I am.
I was going to say here before the birth of Duke City Championship Wrestling.
Oh, damn
So
it.
you were talking about this
Today,
episode.
this very episode. Yeah, I did get to see it from just a thought in your head, and then the execution and all the meetings and all the hard work. And I'm just so proud of you, and I'm so proud of you guys for what you've done for Albuquerque and the surrounding areas. It's awesome to see.
From the live chat, yes, Matthew Robles will be here. I do not believe he would skip this.
Thank you, sir. Mm-hmm. Thank you, sir. I just needed to hear from you because I already knew. Matthew Robles and I are best friends. So
are you?
We keep in touch.
Does he know you call him his best friend?
one thing at a time. I'm just happy that he knows me, and I'm happy he returns my text from Grinder. So it's all good, man.
I liked whenever he stopped calling you Sale.
I'm just happy he's like referring to me anytime. So
that's
it's an honor. About. It's an honor.
Final words, Saleh?
I can't thank enough every single one of our fans, all of our professional wrestlers, everyone in the crew, everyone that works with the merch, the beautiful historic already theater, every single one of y'all that helped makes this, and then some. I appreciate you so much.
We got a DJ for the after party. We're going to hang out all night long. They're opening up Inside Out's outside bar, so that's going to be a lot of fun for us. And as you mentioned, if it's Slice of Heaven Pizza who comes and works with us, if it's our support we get from the Rio Rancho Event Center. For some reason, every time we announce it with the El Rey, the crowd just boos. It's like
it has the word Rio Rancho in it.
Those super comfy chairs that everyone sits in are courtesy of. There's 3 inches of fabric under your butt because of the Rio Rancho Event Center. They super give us love and support. Albuquerque Dukes have been just as special of a partner as any organization could have. All of our merchandise is run through them. They're tremendous. The guys over at ProView Networks, we don't talk about enough, but here's a weird thing. We have to re-up our contract with them because it's been 1 year.
That is dope.
Let's hope they keep prices right.
One thing at a time.
For Sally Taylor, for Van Nunley, I am Fred Slow. Good job, everyone. GG.